Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a pretty interesting update on Thor: Love and Thunder. Well, as the fourth Thor movie comes our way, we're starting to get more and more updates via promotion material and interviews for the feature. Now, in the last couple of days, we got a lot from Chris Hemsworth, as well as some new art, so I thought we could take a couple minutes to dive into this and talk about what's going on and the potential future, or lack of future, for Chris Hemsworth. So let's start out talking about Chris. As many of you know, he's been playing the MCU's God of Thunder since 2011, but was actually cast in 2009, meaning he's been associated with the project for more than 13 years. With Chris having so much time in the MCU, it's left many fans wondering what his future looks like. Several actors have retired that were a big part of Phase 1, and ironically, he's the only person getting a fourth movie in his series, and this has caused many fans to wonder if this will be the last time. Now, there was a recent interview with Wired magazine where Chris suggested that the sequel could be the final appearance in the MCU, and this has fans pretty concerned. This is what he had to say. Well, the last Marvel movie I shot was Thor: Love and Thunder, and it might be my last Marvel movie, I don't know. It was a wild and fun and wacky experience, as all Taika Waititi movies are. Played that character for 10, 11 years now, and each time it's been new and exciting, and this was no exception to that. It felt very fresh, and it felt like we were trying something that hadn't been done before. In Taika's words, I think a wacky, wild romantic comedy set in space. Now, there's a good bit to take away from Chris's statements here, but I don't actually think he's going to be leaving the MCU anytime soon. Quite honestly, I'm fairly unsure of what his contract status is, and like Tom Holland, when you get to the end of those contracts, it's time to start reminding fans about how important you are and how much they want to keep you around. Thor is by far his most successful role, and honestly, I don't think anything comes close to that payday. Hemsworth is getting more and more involved in other projects, and he's finding more success there, but I do think he probably really wants to maintain this staple of his career, and quite honestly, Marvel treats its senior actors pretty good, so I can't imagine there's a better deal anywhere for him right now. Now, there's a distinct possibility he does leave the role, or maybe just leaves the role for a little while. We know Jane Foster is taking up the mantle of Mighty Thor, and I could see this being used to give Chris a little bit of a break, only to see him return sometime in the not-so-distant future. Again, I always point to Secret Wars for this kind of event. Now, the other little bit of news we got that really didn't deserve its own video, but I wanted to share with you, were two pretty awesome covers from Total Film magazine. So let's dive into those. Now, this first cover I actually really love. It features Thor and Jane in their helmets, and it really does look pretty slick. I do love how the helmet look for the character is being more embraced on both fronts as we've moved through the franchise. It's something fans have always demanded, and Thor's helmet is such a staple in the comics, it has been missed in the movies when it wasn't included. Now, the other cover is pretty basic. It just features both Thor and Jane Foster centered out on the cover in something that isn't, I would call, very spectacular, especially compared to that first one. Again, I will point out, this might be a bit of a doctored photo, but Natalie Portman has gotten rather jacked for the role, so I do want to see what she does with it, and I love when I see an actress or actor this dedicated to a project. Now, obviously, we just have a few more weeks before Love and Thunder hits. Tickets are already on sale, and many fans are on the final countdown for the movie. But until we get a little more, what do you guys think? Do you think Thor: Love and Thunder will be Chris Hemsworth's final appearance as the character? And which one of the Total Film covers did you prefer? I think it's a pretty easy choice for me. I'm going with the helmets. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.